You go to work, you put in the hours, and you earn a decent salary. But at the end of the month, you look at your balance and find almost nothing. The anxiety creeps in. You wonder if the problem is that you just need more. But the issue is really how much is coming in. The issue is how much is silently leaking out. We tend to blame this on personal irresponsibility or bad budgeting. A landmark 2007 functional MRI study led by researcher Brian Cutson suggests this is actually a biological failure. The researchers put subjects inside brain scanners and watched their neural activity at the exact moment they decided to buy something. This medical scan shows activity inside a human brain. When subjects saw a desirable product, the nucleus accumbens lit up, flooding the system with dopamine. But when shown the price tag, insular cortex activated. Your brain registers parting with money as a physical injury. Every financial transaction is a neurological battle. A purchase only happens when the dopamine surge of getting the item is strong enough to overpower the physical pain of losing your capital. For most of human history, that pain defense worked because trading cash requires a tangible loss. Modern finance has optimized systems to bypass this biology. One-click checkouts, contactless payments, and auto-renewing subscriptions are designed to remove the physical transfer of value. This frictionless architecture targets the insular cortex by stripping away the physical act of handing over cash. Modern systems turn off your natural pain defenses, allowing the dopamine reward to flow unchecked. This lack of pain triggers opportunity cost neglect. When you tap a card for a coffee or let a subscription renew, your brain fails to calculate alternative uses of that money. You don't see the future investments you are destroying because it doesn't hurt. Passive budgeting apps that silently sync to your bank account won't stop this bleeding. They just record the damage after it happens to protect your wealth. You must rebuild the defenses that modern systems erased. You have to intentionally reintroduce friction into your financial life. Long before behavioral economics existed, Japan developed a cultural framework to ensure this kind of friction. It centers around a single word, Mottainai. This is a deep emotion of regret felt when the intrinsic value of an object or the human effort required to make it is wasted. The roots of Mottainai reach back to Shinto animism and folklore and are known as tokumogami. Historically, Japanese culture held that everyday tools acquired a living spirit after 100 years. If you casually threw those items away, they would transform into vengeful specters to haunt you. That psychological duty of care survives today in solemn rituals like harikayu. Once a year, tailors and homemakers bring their own broken sewing needles to a temple. They gently place the rusted steel into soft blocks of tofu to thank the tools for their labor before letting them go. During the Edo period in the 1700s, Japan was entirely isolated from foreign trade. This physical resource scarcity forced the creation of a massive circular economy. Everything from broken ceramics to human waste was meticulously collected and reused. Wastefulness became a civic and moral disruption. Over centuries, Mottainai became the ultimate form of internal friction. When you are conditioned to view every resource as possessing inherent dignity, thoughtfulness spending and careless disposal became psychologically difficult. That cultural reverence for resources was eventually translated into a mechanical system. In 1904, journalist Hanimoto weaponized this philosophy into a practical tool called Kakebo. Kakebo was an analog ledger requiring housewives to track every single yen entering and leaving the home. Hanimoto framed household financial management as an intellectual discipline, giving women analytical agency and power over domestic capital. Manually writing down expenditure forces deliberate temporal slowing and demands high cognitive friction. You have to physically confront the transfer of value line by line. Writing out a purchase reactivates your insular cortex. The physical friction of pen and paper recreates the pain of paying that digital convenience erased. One specific category distinguishes Kakebo from standard Western budgets: Culture and enrichment, books, museum tickets, and performative arts are explicitly separated from standard discretionary spending, ensuring your intellectual growth is not categorized as waste. Kakebo transforms budgeting from a restrictive punishment into a mindful discipline. It guards your personal growth while helping to seal the silent leaks that drain your future. You can build immediate financial friction using two actionable rules. First is the 1 week pause. For any non essential purchase, mandate a strict 7-day waiting period. Write the item down, set a reminder, and walk away. This chart visualizes why that wait matters. The initial spike represents dopamine flooding your nucleus accumbens when you first see an item. As days pass, that chemical arousal decays. By day 7, the temporary emotional impulse collapses, separating a fleeting want from a genuine need. The second rule is the freed money pre commitment. Every time a recurring expense disappears, whether you pay off a loan, cancel a streaming service, or quit a habit, automatically set up a transfer to route that exact amount into an investment or saving account. This directly combats present bias. Human nature dictates that if extra cash sits in your checking account, your lifestyle will expand to consume it. By capturing that freed capital before you can use it, you lock in your wealth accumulation. These rules work because they align with the reality of what sits in your bank account. Money is converted time, the physical record of human effort and the hours of your life that you will never get back. Long term wealth is rarely built by securing a massive increase in your salary, it is built by a deliberate friction you implement to protect the life you already spent.